Hello, legends. Welcome to the show. A big episode on the cards. We're going to preview the Moir Stakes Group 1 this weekend. Plus, we're going to pull out the crystal ball and get a few spring preview future bets from the boys today. We'll go through as many races as we can. And I often say we should have a live stream going in the office all the time because the amount of times a race finishes, Nick and BJ find one to either whack into the Betfair Black Book, follow us if you're not, or picking one out for a futures bet is it's knowledge punters need to know, and one of them we'll chat about all that. But before we get to it, treasure the moment. Has she put her hand up and said she's the best in the land?
She's got a little bit of a way to go still yet because there's a horse called Via Sistina, but
well aware.
I did post on Twitter after the race. I said the best horse in the country does wear the Yulong colours, but her name's not Via Sistina. So I'm hoping at the end of the spring, Treasure the Moment will be on the throne.
Incredible win on the weekend.
She just dropped them. Like, we watched it and like we were doing our rollover challenge. Like, she was my horse for the spring, and I said in the run, like, she's going well enough. She's just going to need a little bit of luck here, and the seas just sort of parted for her, and Frosty Lane just slipped up in between here to shock, and I think it might have been Pinstriped that was back to the fence and gone, and Whooshka.
Look out. We're in for a treat this spring, I'll tell you. That Cox Plate is shaping up to be some sort of race.
Yeah. There's a lot of like conversation about like, oh, Yulong won't want Via Sistina and Treasure the Moment both to be in the Cox Plate and whatnot. If I'm an owner and I've got a couple of horses that are Learjets, and I've got the chance to have the $2 favourite and the $3 second favourite in Australia's best race, every fucking day of the week are they both running. Like I'm running 1-2.
If you're an owner, you're a racing fan.
Forget winning
number one.
One race, one
I'd
week.
be splitting them up because then if you've got the $2 favourite and potentially the $3 favourite, if the $3 favourite comes out, you've got the $1.60 favourite, and the $3 favourite goes somewhere else and can potentially pick up $8 million in a Golden Eagle.
Yeah, well, you could do that, but nah. I'm running 1-2 in the Cox Plate.
100%.
How good? Like, that photo would. Yeah, I wouldn't have enough wall space to have two different photos, but I could have one photo where they've come first and second in the same race.
I'd have two photos next to each other, one winning the Cox Plate and one winning the Golden Eagle.
With the prize money underneath each other.
Put the prize money in my safe.
Yeah, look, we spoke about it that, you know, she's going to be running into Via Sistina for most of this spring, but I don't think they'd be avoiding Via Sistina, not off that run.
No, I wouldn't be. And I think like Matt Laurie, like if they were both trained by Chris Waller, they split. But Matt Laurie, young trainer, only got, you know, a couple of horses. Well, he's got a fair few horses now, but no real superstars. But now he's got Treasure of the Moment, Vinrock, a couple of Group 1 winners there. This is his chance to really put his name on the map.
Seems like a good dude too.
Oh yeah, I'd love. I'd send him one if
I
had the dosh, like had the horse.
I think she'll probably start favourite in the Mackay Diva.
Yeah, that's the race Via Sistina flopped in last year. So
she was
Via Sistina's favourite at the moment.
At the moment, I think they could switch. Could switch.
So this rollover challenge is going to really come to a head now.
Oh yeah, we're
like one of us is going to knock the other off.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I'll be disappointed if one of us isn't on to day 3, like after next weekend.
We will all potentially clash in the Cox Plate.
Day 3,
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. When you're off the mark, nepotism. That's
next
yours.
Week, potentially.
Yeah.
Next week, I think.
Well, currently, I didn't write it down, but I think I'm on $230. Yeah. What did you get?
$520.
$520. That also means that you go to 5 points in the Group 1 tipping comp. Yeah. I'm on 4 and BJ's on
straight to the top.
2.
Yeah.
Scratch at the gates. Could have had a placing in there. Fangirl was disappointing. All right, let's get into the Moir Stakes preview. Group 1 weight for age over 1,000 metres at Moonee Valley or Death Valley. A lot of punters. It's a track that punters either love or hate.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I love it. I hate Caulfield more than I hate Moonee Valley.
Yeah, I have my moments with Moonee Valley.
I don't hate any track.
No.
I actually like how Moonee Valley works.
Yeah.
I just think
And they're changing it. Disgusting. But anyway.
it'd be a good live betting track, I reckon, Moonee Valley. I don't know that. I wouldn't have a clue about any of live betting. But, yeah, I feel like you kind of – the way they're stacked up and where they are,
Yeah.
you'll have an idea. Few famous names have won this in the past. Black Caviar won it back-to-back in 2010, 2011. Buffering won it 3 times. I think Buffering won it 3 times and in between that ran second.
Yeah.
So could have had 4. And more recently, Nature Strip, Coolangatta and Imperatrice, who I think smashed the track record there that day.
She beat Giga. Was that Giga?
She beat Giga Kick in like the McEwen 2 weeks earlier, and then that was him done for the spring. And then she beat Asfura, I think, in the Moir. Let rip. But yeah, some crackers have won that. I remember Buffering winning it because I think I don't know.
Pride of Queensland?
The Pride of Queensland at the time, yeah. I don't know if he had won a Group 1 until he won his first one. And I reckon if you went back through it, I think maybe his first Moir, it was only a Group 2 at that time. And then it changed to a Group 1. So maybe by the time he won his second, it was a Group 1.
This used to be on a Friday night?
Yeah, it was only last year was the first one that was a Saturday.
Right, okay, yeah, because it threw me out a little
Yeah.
bit. Even to this week, I'm like, well, there's no Group 1 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because when I just saw it was just the Moir, I'm like, oh, okay, but yeah, they've pushed it to the Saturday.
Yeah, so
instead
I think
of
it's
the
just
Friday night.
Manicado's the only Friday night Group 1 now. It's not even Cox Plate Eve anymore. Might be AFL Grand Final weekend.
It shouldn't be Cox Plate Eve, but that's I always remember this race being on a Friday night.
Yeah.
It's good springboard into Manicado and
Yeah, well, I guess they sort of build it up
Everest
as a bit of a triple crown almost like in Melbourne, like the sprinting Group 1s. Like you've got Moir, Manicado, Champion Sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through the market. Alabama Lass is our current favourite at $4.50. Escher, $4.80. Barraquil seems to have had a little bit of support at $5.50. Neance, $6. I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong. Skybird, $9. And the only one at double figure odds that I will announce is Rothy.
Your boy Rothy. Yeah. This is
Tough.
Tough. Yeah. It's a tough race. I think there's a lot of winning chances, and I think you can go right through it and find a few at big odds that can win it. I'm going to go a mare that's sort of always been one of mine. That's Skybird. I've just always had a really good opinion of her, and I love the way she won that Lightning first up in the summer. She beat some pretty handy sprinters that day.
This was a good tip for you, this horse, I reckon 2 years ago.
Yeah, so
in
1,000 guineas.
Was
I was
it?
on her at 50s after she won on debut, and then she started $3.50 favourite and ran third in a really hot 1,000 guineas. Jolie Star won it.
Yeah.
Mochi might have run second. She's run third.
Yeah.
It was a hot race, but I backed her in that Lightning at 30s when she won, and then she had a bit of a pec injury and missed the rest of the autumn. But I don't have the exact stats, but Mitch Friedman in Group 1s, you can just back him and profit. He might have only won 2 or 3 of them, but it was attrition at $31 in a 2-rack, Skybird in a Lightning. So you're well in front if you back all of his Group 1 runners. He places them well, trusting the camp to have got her right to be back here. I loved her most recent jump out win. I think she'll just sit off them from barrier 5 and let rip. There looks good speed. She's a Group 1 winner at weight for age, so I like her. I think the Queenslanders have all got a rough hope. Payline in particular. Stiff not to win the Doomben 10,000. 3 back behind Sunshine in Paris and Rothfire.
And the Straddy as well. Hadn't in the Stradbroke
Yeah,
as
he didn't have much luck. He wouldn't have won it, but yeah, he was a little bit stiff. And he won that syndicate race at the Sunny Coast back in January, where it was it'll be similar to what he'll get on Saturday, I think, where it'll be speed on. He'll be at the back charging home. So, yeah. Beej?
It's not one of my races, let me tell you that. This is just impossible. The 2 4-year-old mares, Alabama Lass, I think potentially deserves to be at the top of the market. I don't know where the ceiling is with her. Arabian Summer looks over the odds to me.
Yeah.
She goes good, but I landed on Skybird too. I it's not a race that I want to have a bet in, but yeah, that Lightning Stakes win was pretty electric.
Yeah.
And like you go back, she's won at Moonee Valley. It was over a mile. She came from an impossible spot, but
Mitch Friedman, they actually... I
she
think,
a sprinter now?
well, yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So Ed Sadler interviewed Mitch Friedman on .com earlier
Yeah,
in
I
the
watched
week,
it, yeah.
and asked him basically, like, when did you decide to aim her at sprint races? And he said, well, when you've got the $10 million Golden Eagle, that sort of carrot dangling there as a 4-year-old over 1,500, and you've got a horse that can sort of run that trip, you target that. But we sort of knew before that she's probably better as a sprinter, and that's why we went to the Lightning with her first up. So, yeah, I think this prep, like, we won't see her get past 1,200. Like, it'll be Menacado next, and then, you know, maybe she gets a slot, who knows?
yeah.
But otherwise, like, back to Flemington on the last day of the carnival where she's a Group 1 winner.
$8 looks good odds,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, she's going to need luck. She's going to need
$9 a
plenty
lot
of
of places right now.
because she's potentially going to be back and buried.
yeah. Looks speed on, which you'd expect. And
Like,
The Valley
I
look-
think if she gets if the sea's open,
Yeah.
like she could potentially explode and win.
I'm
but
expecting it sort of like, do you remember when She Will Reign won this race? Like, what year would that have been? 2017, 2018?
was a long time ago,
Like,
yeah.
She beat Vedora, and like she was just like out the back and then just dropped on them. That's the way I see this with Skybird.
it'll be exciting.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you about one. We spoke about it a couple of weeks ago in the office, but I'm going to follow a horse this spring called La Dorada. So she's a filly out from New Zealand. She won the Karaka Millions.
Yep.
She won, I believe she won New Zealand Filly of the Year.
Yeah.
And I think she was up at like $30 or even more. Might have been 40s, and then we've had maybe some. We had Jetabil come out into $26 now. Yeah, just someone that I'm just going to have a couple of shekels each way throughout the spring, because same as
All I
Blake,
can do-
I got no idea with this race.
All I can do is win, and she's won 4 from 5.
Yeah.
And 50 kilos on her back. 3-year-old fillies have got a pretty decent record in this race.
Yeah.
Like Coolangatta, obviously, most recent. Sama Reddy,
Did Lady of Camelot run in this race last year?
I think
Potentially
she did.
started favourite.
Yeah, and wasn't beaten far. Yeah, and there was another one. Oh, She Will Reign was she
Yeah.
a 3-year-old filly. So, yeah, they've got a good enough record.
Yeah, I just
Cosmic Force was a 3-year-old.
I've got a friend of mine that's in the ownership, and she's just a racing fan, and she's going down for it. Went over for Cracker, and they just love this horse. And I think it's not about having. It's not like they have a. You know, you hear like, oh, they've got a big, huge expectations. They've got a big opinion. They're almost like they don't know where this horse could get to, and I feel like that's really quite exciting, especially for like not a major ownership group, or we're talking a lot about Yulong this spring carnival and stuff. So she's my Battler's selection, my Battler's horse this spring.
Yeah.
So
Well, the battlers at Tiakau.
yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah, the ownership group. I mean more so,
Yeah.
but I think it's a tough race. So having a couple of bucks each way on a $26 shot, there's worse things you can do with your money.
Be wide in the quaddie.
Oh, it's an absolute lottery.
Yeah.
It's
A
dart-
good
dartboard
UPC
job.
showdown selection, La Dorada.
Yeah.
Palin 2,
Yep.
couple of those.
Like Arabian Summer, like Blake mentioned her. I think she goes like a jet first up. Comes through that really hot Magic Millions race behind Private Harry and Lady of Camelot in the summer. So she's another one. Oak Hill, like he started favourite this track and trip. Both runs this prep. Didn't have best of luck last time, and now they're dishing up $23. Like, he's got to step up to weight for age, but big odds to find out about a couple of them.
Yeah, super exciting. Big weekend across the board. We're going to get AFL finals. We've got the NRL heating up, and this monster Group 1. I'm actually excited for this whole card. All right, we're back and we're going to get stuck into a few futures predictions. Hopefully you can walk away with some juicy odds after this episode. Before we get into it, make sure you are following us in the Betfair app. Make sure you have notifications turned on. We had a bonkers weekend.
Yeah, BJ tipped a $47
Shot out of the black book.
from the black book.
You'll be on the Betfair reels this week.
Yep.
Number one game.
Yeah, I might get the double.
Yeah, Sunday 3 from 3. One of them was $16. Flying.
Yeah. So it's just very much worth following us in there. Make us number one followers. That's what we want to do. We want to beat all these other blokes.
Yeah. I reckon it should be a
Cox Plate.
rule. If you listen to us on the podcast and follow us on Instagram, you also have to follow us on the Betfair app.
Yeah. I'm going to get some Betfair merch. That'd be cool for us to throw out to the punters. Don't know if we can do that. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of Group 1 races. We're going to work in chronological order. We're going to kick off with the Epsom Handicap over 1,600 metres at Randwick. October 4th, right now, and these are pre-nom markets that I'm going to go through, but the
Not all of
unbeaten.
them. Not all of them
Are
are
they?
free non-market.
No.
This one is.
This one is.
Right, okay. Autumn Glow, currently $2.30.
Jeez, it's short. She's she could be. We don't know what her ceiling is. She's a star. We know that. But $2.30 in an Epsom.
$2.30 short.
It is short.
It's short to take at this stage, but
Yeah.
if she draws well,
Yeah. Oh, on the day, I'd probably be. You potentially be happy to take that price.
she might be
but
$1.65 on the day.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, I don't know what price did Wink start when she won an Epsom. I'll find
I reckon
out.
it was before her first Cox Plate, so I reckon maybe not.
I think she would have started favourite.
Yeah, she would have. I reckon $3 or something like that. But
She didn't bring the profile into the race that Autumn Glow is bringing.
no, she won it. She'd won a Queensland Oaks prior. But I think there's a little bit of value if you want to play around Autumn Glow at this stage, and it's two of the 4-year-old. The boys, the 4-year-olds that sort of come through the Autumn Guineas series. So Linebacker and Swift Falcon are the two that I'm looking at. Swift Falcon ran second in the Hobartville at Rose Hill first up in the autumn, and then ran third in the Randwick Guineas, beaten by Linebacker, and then third in the Rose Hill Guineas. They got him to 2,000 and they came back to the mile behind Evaporate with him. So they just didn't really know what to do. They missed the run in the Doncaster that day where he was $7 when they scratched him. So, look, I think that's the right sort of form, the Doncaster, obviously. It's the same track, trip, race conditions. So, I think $15 Swift Falcon's a bit juicy. I loved his trial the other day. And same sort of goes for Linebacker. I think he might be either $9 or $11.
He's $8.
$8,
Second line of betting.
Right, okay.
Just in front of Aliana.
He won the Randwick Guineas and over the Randwick Mile, and he's running the Doncaster. He started $5.50. He drew off the track and got a long way back and hit the line really well. So they're the two that I want to be having something on outside Autumn Glow at this stage.
Fair. Aliana and Lady Shenandoah, you can pen those two because they won't be there.
No.
The favourite is hard to go past.
Yeah.
I was going to look for something at a little bit of odds, but she's a Group 1 winner in waiting. She's 5 from 5. She brings a rating that would have her starting odds on here. She'll carry less weight, you'd think, than Winks carried when she won it. So Winks had won a Sunshine Coast Guineas, a Queensland Oaks. She won the Theo Marks first up and then straight into an Epsom, carried 57 kilos and started 310.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. You're not dissing Queensland form, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that she was a Group 1 winner.
Yeah.
She'd finished second in a Group 1 as well.
Yeah.
Autumn Glow hasn't won a Group 1.
She's going to have less weight, you'd imagine.
So, yeah, she's not going to have to carry 57 kilos.
No.
I'm not sure what they'll give her, but
It's 53.5. Look out.
Oh, she's going to be really hard to beat,
Yeah.
Especially if she draws a good gate on the day.
Yeah.
I
I reckon we've got the winner between those three.
have requested one
Oh, yeah?
into the markets, but she's not in there yet. But I think Shohisha is going to target this race as well. She was definitely no match for Autumn Glow first up. Finished well behind her, but she bounces 1,100 metres to a mile on Saturday, and I expect her to win, and I expect her to be in the market eventually. So I think Autumn Glow will win the race, and if Shohisha goes into a market at around $26, she could be the roughie.
Shoisha.
I reckon you get bigger than 26 if she goes into that market.
Not when she wins on Saturday.
Maybe they put her in before.
Just
I
quickly,
don't think so. Knowing some betting companies, when you do request, they don't give you too much juice.
No.
For listeners, a lot of them would have listened to Eliana and saw that run off our first episode. You said she won't be here. Where will she be aiming for if she's not in this race?
I'm not sure exactly the path, but I'd be surprised if she's here.
Okay.
She'll go down a Cox Plate path.
Yeah, I reckon like she'd almost be in the Turnbull like the week before.
Yeah, I think she follows the same path as Via Sistina and Treasure at the moment, but maybe she'd be a rough hope of being in this race.
If Uncle Chris decides to change his tact and do sort of what he's done to a few Derby and Oaks winners in the past as a 4-year-old and target Epsom and Golden Eagle instead of stretching them back.
Yeah,
up
maybe
the trip,
maybe
but
the Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure of the path, but I'd be surprised if this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought I'd just double check because I reckon there'd be a few people that would be keen to know.
Yeah,
what
she's a
her
tough
plans
one.
are.
She's one that I would like to bet into a futures market into if you knew where she was exactly going to go. But I think Cox Plate's the grand final.
I think so.
But then she runs into Via Sistina and Treasure at the moment. Yeah. So she's a hard one to bet into at this stage.
The Everest. Never too early to start talking about the Everest. I think there's, 40 sleeps?
Is that it?
That's it.
Payday.
That's it. That's it. Maybe 38 as we get closer. And it is the one that we do talk about the earliest.
Yeah.
I think about the potty the last couple of years, definitely the one we talk about the earliest. So I'll go through this market as it sits currently. So 40 days out. Car Year Rising with slot, $1.80. Autumn Glow, no slot, $6.50. Private Harry with a slot, $6.50. Briasa, $8 with a slot. Jimmy Star, $10 with a slot. And then your next two after that are Jolie Star and Lady Shenandoah. So only the 4 slots taken currently. A lot of people would be watching this saying, oh, maybe I've missed Car Year Rising. I don't know if there was anything to really miss. I don't think they really put her out with much juice prior.
I've got him in one multi at $6 from December last year.
Right.
$11 according to the Flux.
Yeah, that's what it said. I don't remember seeing much of that. But are you looking away from Car Year Rising?
Nah, I don't think there's any point, to be honest. He's the best sprinter on the planet. Probably the best horse on the planet. He's coming to Australia. Like that's the one little knock I have is he's got to travel here, which like no horse has done that before, but no horse that's travelled here before for this race has the like ratings that Car Year Rising brings. Like he's first up on Saturday or Sunday in Hong Kong, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes back. But like that world pool's in play Everest Day, and like we've seen what sort of the Hong Kong punters do to any horse and jockey that have got a bit of a Hong Kong connection. Like
$1.80 right now could be way over.
I can see him selling $1.30 on the tops. Yeah. Like he might that might not be his fixed price, but with the world pool in play, I reckon $1.30, $1.40 if he wins first up, like he's probably going to, look out.
They have to push against him.
I don't think the Hong Kong punters will.
No,
On the
but
world
the bookies
world.
have to. He
Yeah.
can't start $1.80.
Oh, I think he could.
No, I don't think so. He's pretty good, but
Yeah.
is he? Like, do we know that yet?
Yeah.
Like, I know he's running time and
Yeah.
that in Hong Kong, but he's got to come out here and beat the best sprinters in the world.
Yeah.
We have the best sprinters in the world.
Oh, yeah, no doubt
So,
in that. But I think he's head and shoulders above him.
yeah, well, potentially. We'll find out. But I couldn't back him with your money, Nick.
No.
And you got plenty of it.
I don't know about that.
I think the one is Lady Shenandoah. She'll go around on Saturday. I expect her to win. She's never finished further back than third. She's one of the best 4-year-old mares in the country. So she comes out of that crop of 3-year-old fillies who we know that they're all very good. She's in the conversation for as to which one is the best.
Yep.
Autumn Glow, Treasure of the Moment, Lady Shenandoah, and Aliana.
Yep.
This is the one that Chris has said, okay, we're going to target an Everest with. I remember James getting off her back a couple of times last preparation and saying, oh, she's a sprinter. She's a sprinter. So they stretched her out and she won a Coolmore. She beat the older mares. You've got Private Harry, right firm in the market, who has a slot and has form around Lady of Camelot, who had no luck behind him on the Gold Coast. Was that Gold
Sunny
Coast or
Coast.
Sunshine Coast? This mare's a better horse than Lady of Camelot. She beat her at all 3 runs last preparation, started much shorter than her in the market, and she's trialling well, and I think she'll stamp herself on Saturday.
What price is she in the Everest?
$11.
Yeah. She'd be the, I agree, she'd be the only other one I could entertain in the market.
On Kaying Rising, Lady Shenandoah goes crunch.
If they're the two fighting it out, then that's fine by me, I think.
Crunch. No, I don't know. I don't know what the market.
What price the place?
I don't know.
We're getting $3.50 or something.
I don't know the place.
$4 a place.
And if she doesn't get the slot,
It's such a good race to bet into early.
Yeah, but Chris Waller has a slot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like if he's saying that that's...
yeah, but if she doesn't shape up, like if she comes out and she's dour on Saturday, and she does
And they go,
she's
"Oh,
not sharp enough for
let's
that
go
1,000
Epsom."
meter, they change their mind and they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like you get your money back.
That's the bet I'm going to have.
Yeah.
I like that. The Lady Shenandoah, $11, especially comes out and if you think she's going to win this weekend,
I think she'll win.
it's obviously shorting up.
It seems that the
Shows her right.
market's against her at this stage. She might have just went up a little bit short. I haven't really looked into that race, but I think she's pretty, she's elite.
Yeah.
Caulfield Cup, 2,400 metres. Same day as Everest, October 18th. Aliana, $8. Buckaroo 11s with Treasure of the Moment. Going to go dead again.
Yeah, potentially. I think Chris Waller's got the right horse to win this. In the Yulong colours, I think Yulong could just clean sweep the big ones. But a mare called Moira, around $26. I can see her sort of being Chris Waller's top seed going into the Caulfield Cup this year. She was terrific first up in the PB Lawrence at Caulfield. I thought that might have been a bit of an indication that let's take her to Caulfield, give her a look around the track because it's a tricky track for their sort of first time there. And it was a really on-speed dominated race. She was back in the run, went back to the inferior lane, hit the line really well. She won a Breeders' Cup fillies and mares in the US over 2,200 metres, so I don't think a mile and a half is going to be any problem for her. I can see her starting a fair bit shorter. Zach Purden came out to ride her in the Doncaster in her first Australian start.
Yeah.
And I think Damien Lane rode her the other day. So, yeah, I think she's the one I'm happy to have something on. The other horse as well that I'm going to have, I'll tip him in another race a little bit later, but Middle Earth, really good first up run on Saturday. Carried a big weight, got a long way back, just kept finding the line under Mark Zara. He might be the horse I'm going to have something on to do the Cups double.
The Cups double.
Yeah.
Good one.
That was a fun little bet, the Caulfield Cup, Melbourne Cup double.
It'd be nice to be able to get it one day.
Would be, yeah.
I think Buckaroo is the one. He should have won the race last year. I liked his return in the Memsey. He got back. He just kept finding the line. That's his best first up figure that he's produced since he's been in Australia, which suggests to me that he's on track. I thought he was terrific in this race last year. He just had nowhere to go, and when he got out, he just wanted to pin his ears back and find the line. The race was just shot to bits when he got out. He probably should have won a Melbourne Cup. Yeah, I think $11 is a pretty good price about him, considering Aliana is unlikely to go there. Treasure of the Moment is unlikely to go there. So $11, I'd be surprised if he is there in order and draws a gate. He doesn't start half that price.
$15 for punters that listen to our first episode.
Blake's just copying your tips now.
Come on, dude. It's a
Be better,
big
Blake.
problem for members if Blake's copying my homework. Okay. Cox Plate, 2,040 metres, the Valley, 1 week later, and Via Cecina, $2.20. Treasure of the Moment, $6. Aliana, $9. All three horses that we've had a little bit of a ticket on this so far this spring carnival.
Yeah. It could be one of
the
it'll be the
head-to-head.
race of the spring.
This is
I
the
think,
head-to-head.
if they all end up there. I'm more than happy sticking with Treasure of the Moment for reasons outlined on previous shows, but I just think she's a star, and I think she can get to the Cox Plate and be looking for, her 13th straight win or something like that.
Poke some holes in it, Blake.
There's no holes. Damn it. I think there's no horse in the world that would have beat Via Cecina last year, and then she's returned as well as she has. She hasn't put a foot wrong, but I'm going to tip against her.
Yeah.
Just at the price.
Yeah.
And it's just because of that first up win on Treasure of the Moment. Via Cecina is $2.20. Treasure of the Moment, $6. I just think that the discrepancy between those two is too great, because I think Treasure of the Moment over a mile will beat Via Cecina in the Maccabi Diva Stakes, and then that gap has to close. Yeah. So if Via Cecina reproduces what she did last year, they just won't beat her, but I don't know if we'll ever see that performance again. Yeah. If Treasure of the Moment lands in front of Via Cecina, which is likely, I don't think that Via Cecina can get past her.
Okay. I don't like that take, but it's a good one. Treasure of the Moment's kind of close to that potential where Via's really got to go back and what she did 12 months ago. It seems the market didn't have too much of a reaction off last week's win either.
Well, it has in the Maccabi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not in the...
not
I guess
Cox
that
Plate.
probably just the fact that there's that little unknown of whether she
Where?
is definitely going there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
that's the
Right,
That's
okay.
the little concern. Yeah, but if she's there, I think she starts shorter than that.
much shorter.
Well, let's stay on topic with Treasure of the Moment because she's the favourite for the Empire Rose over 1,600 metres at Flemington. It's $4.50. Now, that did take a bit of a cut after the weekend.
Yeah.
Fangirl, $5. Autumn Glow, $6. Steffi Bagnetti, $8. On display is $8. Have you got an opinion of that horse?
Yeah, well, I tipped her as my futures play on the first show at $26.
That's what I was
So hopefully punters...
fresh in my mind.
Yeah, hopefully punters followed because she bolted in on Saturday and she plummeted
Oh, yeah, I didn't. This is why I was filthy on Saturday.
Yeah. She plummeted into sort of $8, $9. Look, I'd be
Was
surprised...
she $26 when you tipped her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Treasure of the Moment's here. I'd be surprised if Fangirl's here. I'd probably be surprised if Autumn Glow's here because it's the same day as the Golden Eagle. So if you take those three out, then Autumn Glow's on display's favourite. So
If you're sitting on a ticket at $26.
you'd be pretty happy with yourself, I'd say. But yeah, I have no reason to hop off, especially the fact that the Golden Eagle's the same day as some of those mares that might be in the market as well. Like even I think Lazura, like potential, like there's that Golden Eagle carrot. Whereas Price Kent team have said Empire Rose. That's where we're going with on display.
Yeah, so this is a before nominations market. So we will get our money back if we back Lazura and she's not there. But I think that they should be the other way around. I think Lazura should be shorter in the market than on display, clearly. Fangirl's the benchmark. I agree with everything that you said. Treasure of the Moment won't be there. Fangirl won't be there. And what was the other one?
Autumn Glow.
Autumn Glow won't be there. So you would suggest that Fangirl is the benchmark mare outside of Via Sistina that could potentially be in a race like this, but they go to the Champions Mile or something like that, which they have done in the past. So last preparation, Lazura was only a couple of lengths off Fangirl in that Queen of the Turf Stakes. Her first up win was a career peak from her, and it suggested that she has improved well and truly more than a couple of lengths. So I think she measures up to this race. I would be surprised if Waller doesn't decide that he takes her there. And I'm just looking at Racing Australia, and she's listed in the Flemington stable.
Yeah, I think potentially Sir Rupert Clarke might be next up with her, which is next week or the week after. So, yeah, she's down there.
Look out.
Why would you come back up sort of thing? Yeah, look out.
I think you'll have enough horses in the Golden Eagle.
I think
but
so. Might dodge one.
It's the right race. It's the right race. I like that race.
All right. Can we move on, please? Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
This is the race that gets talked about the most that I have the littlest idea about. That's saying something. But it's good because I like hearing everyone's opinions in the lead up to it because everyone's got one.
Yeah, well, it's it's the race that everyone has a bet in, and it's the toughest race to find the winner in. Just about.
I don't really have one.
I honestly can't tell you that I recognise a lot of these horses.
I went down the rabbit hole of international replays last night, and it didn't work out too well for me.
No, you've got to nominations only came out on Tuesday.
International replays, best place to do it. YouTube. Is that what you found last night?
I was doing YouTube, but
I know a lot of people.
I actually don't mind. Yeah,
Racing.com will get them, but they don't have them yet.
And even like just Twitter, like if you just sort of search like the name of the horse that won the race, like 9 times out of 10, that replay sort of linked to
X.
To
it's
that.
called now.
X.
Racing Post.
X was something
have
different
all-
when I was younger.
But you have to have a subscription.
Yeah, Tab have a few of them up as well. So,
Well, we're just going to listen to you.
You won't have to worry. You won't have to worry by the time Melbourne Cup comes around because they'll have it sorted.
They'll be there.
But if you want to have an early bet, an early replays.
I mentioned Middle Earth as one that I think can sort of be right in the mix. $26.
Is it cup double?
Yeah, cup double. I'm going to have something on him. A 9-year-old's never won the race, and probably might not be the year. But I could entertain something on Arapaho off the way he ran first up behind Via Sistina Aliana. Like that's elite form. He bolted bolted.
Get on the
into
train
win there.
now.
I'm not on the train.
No.
You weren't invited. I was talking to everyone else here.
Yeah.
Sydney Cup winners.
No, but
rarely.
he pissed in, to be fair, and carried sort of a bit of weight there. He's going to have to carry weight again, I think. But I could just...
It's the New South Wales Racehorse Star of the Year, guys.
That's right.
We can't,
Yeah.
you just can't ignore that, Blake.
No, you can't. It's hard to. So, look, he's one that I could have something small on. There was one I thought that I looked at the other day that was like 200 to 1 that I thought could be the sort of horse that you have something really tiny on. But, no, I can't find it. Maybe it didn't nominate. So, yeah, look, that's probably where I'm at. The other one that I've got a decent little multi going into is an international called Hip Hop Delore.
Hip Hop
with
Delore.
Willie Mullins. I think it started favourite in the Ebor. He had his chance. He
Second
was
favourite. The winner started favourite.
That's right.
I watched it. Stayed up late.
Yeah. He was a bit soft in betting, I think. But
He was.
he should have won the Ebor.
Nick's fault you were up late.
He should have won the Ebor last year. And then I think he had a bit of a setback, didn't come. So he had a long break. He had his chance, but I do think he was held up at a little bit of a key stage. Wouldn't have been in the winner, but I think he could have finished closer. And, Willie Mullins, I know he's not really won a Melbourne Cup, but he's gone close. This could be his horse. Goes pretty good, I think, but it's $34 or $41.
Yeah, $34. Hip Hop Delore.
If you rolled Bournemouth and Liverpool into him a couple of weeks ago, you're sitting on $120 or something like that.
Oh well, I hope it works for you,
Yeah.
Hip Hop Delore. But yeah, no, I'm
You're on the Arapaho train.
I'm going for it.
Yeah.
It's their target. It would just be the best story ever
Yeah.
for friends of ours, and
Yes.
just
Betfair have got markets up as well, and there's good sort of meat on the bone.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like you've got your commission and whatnot. I think the commission on the cup is still 8%, but works out still a fair bit better than most of the corporates.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What price is the favourite? Our Riffer.
On Betfair,
Yeah.
let me have a bit of a squiz.
Just want to get an idea of this
Melbourne.
meat on the bone.
You can take $14.50.
That's good.
Yeah, and
$10 everywhere else.
Yeah, and 8% commission. So like if you're taking your $14.50 less your 8%, $13.30. So
Yeah, that's fair. Like I was looking at last night for the horses that had the turn of foot, the
Yeah.
internationals, and he has a turn
Yeah.
of foot. He can let rip.
yeah,
So
El Riffer.
I think that he's very good and he's going to be right in the market when he gets here. I was looking for 100 to 1 shot to tip, but I'll just wait until closer. I'm not tipping our Riffer. I think Sir Delius potentially is the horse that starts favourite. We know he's in Australia. We know he's here in good order. He's in a good camp. Like, yes, he's gone to Doomben over 1.25 miles and he's been impressive, giving 4 kilos to a horse like Floating. You tell me that and potentially I say, oh, well, he's not good enough to win a Melbourne Cup. But it was the
pretty
way
soft.
that he did it.
yeah,
He did it clocking some of the best closing splits of the day over 1.25 miles, which suggests that he's sharp enough to win a Melbourne Cup.
He's very like same camp. Like he's very without a fightish, isn't he? Like and that's the sort of race they won with him. It might not have been the exact race. Oh, was it the Lord Mayor's Cup? Oh no, it might have been. He might have gone to 2000, not 1800. But either way, like it's very similar to what they've done with Without a Fight.
You've got
Anthony
the wrong
and Sam
camp.
Freeman. Is it not Anthony? Oh, it's Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott now, isn't it? But
Gay and
same
Adrian.
prep, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's had that run there. Then he's going to resume in a Chelmsford Stakes, which I think they're potentially going to be too sharp for him, especially a horse like Chow Wolf. I think he'll be too good. But this horse, Tim Clark will ride him on Saturday, which suggests that he's with Sir Delius rather than Vauban. And we know how impressive Vauban has been. They run this horse in a Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
So he's a very good horse. And they would have paid a fortune for him. And he's trialling well. Like that latest trial, I think they zipped home in 33 and change.
Yeah.
So if a Melbourne horse...
Is that the
Melbourne
trial
Cup
that
horse-
Alamaz ran second?
He went good too.
He went very good. He was
went
one I
good
was
too.
trying to find. I thought he could be an Epsom horse, but
But
I'm not sure.
I think I heard Adrian Bott saying that he had a setback.
Right, after the trial. Or,
I'm not sure before or after the trial, but he said that the horse, like he's okay, but it's put the preparation back.
okay.
So I don't know
Yeah, right.
where that leaves you with him.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know. Good,
But I
good
might be
gear.
I might be wrong.
I
do
might have
get
to clip a
horses'
little
names.
I
Melbourne.
might watch the... I might find
Don't say that.
might find the interview myself.
Thank you, boys.
No worries.
Appreciate that.
Fingers crossed there's a bit of a fill-up. for
Got
the
me a little
punters.
bit even more fired up for spring.
Ask me which horse the punters should back out of all those tips that we just gave.
What horse should the punters tip out of all those tips you just go? What horse should the punters back out of all the tips you just go?
Lazura.
trying to wrap the show up, and he's just more and more. Melbourne Cup just opens the trap door for you. Lazura
will win the Empire Rose.
If on display has an issue, it doesn't run.
We did that race. Good luck this weekend, punters, and good luck for the spring. Hopefully you've had a few of these futures tickets and we can be riding them home together. Cheers.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.